What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. You're currently watching the Challenger League. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav. We have Capoch versus Tilea. They're tied 1-1, and we're going to be heading into a deciding game 3. It's on Cloud Kingdom, and Tilea is playing Zerg. What do you make of this decision?
Going back to the Zergs, I guess. You know, her Zerg looked really good against Drunken Boy when they were playing earlier in the qualifiers. But, you know, Capoch seemed to find a hole in her Zerg opening in that first game.
Yeah.
As far as getting that pylon up really close and then using the Zell Warping. So we'll see if she can make sure, you know, her early game is proof against any type of early aggression, and then how she plays ZVP in the mid and late game.
All right, we're going to find out as we enter game 3 of this best of 3. This is the decider. The winner of this match will advance on to the next round of the Challenger League bracket stage and one step closer to the Premier League of Season 2 WCS America. In the bottom left-hand location of Cloud Kingdom, I proudly present your red Protoss player hailing from Argentina, representing team Isurus Gaming. He is Capoch. His opponent in the top right-hand location, we got your blue Zerg player, hailing from New Zealand. 18 years old, falling in Game 1, but reigning victorious in Game 2, playing the Terran race. Now switching back to Zerg in Game 3, will it pay off for her? She is Tilea.
I'm curious to see if she's going to try to do that hatchery first like she did on Whirlwind. I mean, typically, you can only get away with that build on Whirlwind because other maps, it's like, well, if I try to do hatchery first and the pro blocks it, then my pool is going to be so delayed, I'm just going to be in a very bad spot. So especially seeing this probe here, I anticipate the spawning pool before hatchery on Cloud Kingdom, and Capoch actually not going for the gateway expand either. So more traditional, I guess you could say, PvC openings. Thinking back to the actually, she's going to try to go hatchery first.
I mean, no reason not to send the drone out there.
But her pool's going to be late.
Yeah, that's true.
Is she going to build at the other location? Like what? Yeah.
There it is.
So I mean, this is why a lot of Zerg players don't do this.
Well, I mean, I send the yeah.
Because if you wait till 300 minerals, you just have a little bit later a spawning pool. Of course, what you can do is you can send 2 drones down just if you want to take a third at the third location, or take your natural at the third location, and then you can always get with hatch first. But if you take your natural at the third location, cannon rushes are really tough. So.
Gosh.
And it's going to be so long to get a hatchery up now. She's has to take one on the right side. And the reason why is because as soon as he puts the pylons there, it means she has to wait until Zerglings come out to clear those up. And with a delayed pool, because the fact that she was trying to go hatchery first, that means that the Zerglings are going to come out even later, which means, yeah, it's all... so I really like her decision to take the hatchery on the right side. I mean, it's not an ideal placement, but you work with what you got,
exposed.
Right? Yeah. And the thing is the placement is not ideal, but Capoch, you know, he sunk some money into, you know, letting the one pylon finish and then starting and canceling the other pylon. So his nexus is delayed. I mean, it's 200 minerals later than it would have been.
Now, I would expect him to send that probe to check that other spot and definitely find out that that hatchery is, in fact, there. That's definitely going to be a valuable piece of information, so we'll keep an eye on that probe. The pylon gets taken out the natural. Tilea retaking that immediately.
Capoch might assume that that's going to be her first base, or first expansion.
That's a dangerous assumption to make.
Because, I mean, he saw the probe attack unit, and not too many Zergs are willing to play with bases and locations that they're not used to playing from. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Because, like, he could potentially poke back into the natural third and see nothing there and be like, okay, what's going on?
In fact, that probe, 3 Zerglings tried to find a probe, and that probe said, no, I know where exactly I want to be.
It's not escaped yet.
Oh, no, it's going to be spotted.
Spotted.
Oh, man.
Good scouting there from Tilea.
You know,
learned from Game 1.
Yeah.
And that's 4 hatches, by the way.
Oh, you're right.
It is.
This is like almost a similar build to what Idra did versus Pult, except that it's a ZVP, not a ZVT.
Probe gonna see it.
I'm actually really curious to see how she's gonna play this. I assume she's gonna go for speed fairly soon.
Mass lings or something like that.
Yeah. You know what? She could play like you remember a Ghost User just never tech layer? He just did like 1 billion slow roaches and 3 billion speedlings against Swansing on
yes.
Daybreak. That was on Daybreak. But we can almost.
That was a fast third though from
Swansing. Yeah, but I'm just saying the idea of like slow lair tech and a ton of units.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
With 4 hatcheries, we could see something similar to that. But like you said, actually, that is more of a counter to a fast third. If the Protoss tacked up and just you wouldn't be able to get anything done, and then you're stuck with slow roaches, and that's never fun.
There's a Stargate from Mr. Capoch, and now we're going to have to see, can Tilea identify that this is happening? Overlord being sent in at probably the perfect time.
Capoch.
Okay, so
he still doesn't know about the right side base, does he?
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
So, yeah, he's never going to scout there. I can almost guarantee it. Like he might accidentally fly air unit there when he goes to harass a natural. Otherwise, he's not gonna scout that, which is kind of a shame. Except that he's going air, so he probably will send an air unit over there en route to the natural through that location.
Tilea was about to scout that Stargate, and she could have, but she did not want to lose the Overlord, so she turned her Overlord around.
Well, it's still alive.
Yes, and it is still alive.
One mission accomplished.
She did see both gases at the natural.
And there's 3 gateways coming in behind us. Oh, and a probe. So Capoch, of course, wants to do some gateway aggression alongside the Phoenixes. But she knows the probe's there. I mean, she saw it. And now she knows about Phoenixes as well. So, in fact, Zergans just ran right by that probe as well. And I guess they decided they were going to... Oh, they're going to come and bring friends.
Oh, that's a lot of Lings coming forward. Speed is not yet done, but it doesn't matter at this stage. Gateways are finished. Warp gates are finished, but this pylon is not up yet. Is Tilea going to allow it to finish? No.
But did she lose track of the probe?
Oh, I think she might have.
It's over there at the top. I mean, I think she saw it heading in that direction. She should know it's somewhere in that region of the map. This could be unfortunate for her. I mean, this is also different because these units have +1, so the Zealot's going to be very effective against just pure Zerglings. She's not going to fight until the creep goes over there. See no third.
It's a lot of queens.
I mean, the queens alone might just defend any type of aggression.
Gosh.
With enough transfusions. In fact, she sees it now with the queens. Or actually, does she?
Yes, I think she can be... Oh, no, she doesn't quite see it. She needs to get over
She's going to take a 5th hatchery. 2 base Protoss, beats that 5 base Zerg. That's right. But there's still no Roachhorn. This is going to be very annoying.
All right, queens need to be transfusing each other. That's exactly what they're going to do. Lots of Zealots coming forward. Again, they have +1 here from Capoch. The Lings trying to get up close and personal, but no upgrades in sight here from Tilea. So as you said before, this might be very annoying indeed. Phoenix is trying to pick up those queens, but there's enough queens here that can take down the rest of them. The Zealots starting to get up close and personal, though. Tilea has to be careful, making more and more Lings and queens.
No spines.
It's very true.
I'm curious, and the fact is that she pulled all her queens, so she's not able to use injects, which means she's actually not having enough larvae to produce the speed. Like, if she could turn her minerals into speedlings, she'd have no problem defending this. The good news is that she can give up. She's making the 5th base, right? So it's not like she needs to. It's not like she needs every one of these hatcheries as long as she can stabilize. But the stabilization part, actually, she killed all the proxy pylons.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Wow.
So these units will not be able to be reinforced on this side of the map at least, but there is a row of Zealots marching across the map. Roachhorn is about to finish, so Roaches might be very helpful in helping against these Zealots.
And there's no Spore Crawlers, and the Phoenix count is getting pretty high now.
Look at all the Overlords that are falling.
She's building 10 Overlords at a time now because so many Overlords have died. That is actually, this is insane. Capoch is being so insanely cost efficient. But Tilea is just expanded so much, she doesn't even care if she loses all. It's like, have to build 10 Overlords, 1,000 minerals here, whatever. Yeah. It's just throw it out there. It's like money being thrown out of a tall building, just trickling down to all the... man, all the drones. How many drones is she down to?
I think inevitably Capoch is down to, 63. Is that the answer you're looking for?
I was not looking for a particular answer. This game, I have no idea. Like, he's done so much damage, but it's almost like she can just absorb it to a certain extent. But as more and more stuff just keeps dying, like, how much damage can you take, right? Is there a certain point where you just lose so much stuff that even with, you know, the billion hatcheries she's built throughout this game, it's still going to be too much?
Now Capoch has to be kicking himself a little bit. And the funny thing is, she's got a base at the bottom right, too.
Okay, 5 base versus 2 base Protoss, you know. Okay, let's do 6. Let's do 6.
That sounds like a good number.
Yeah, let's triple expand after he kills 2 of my bases, so I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, and Capoch is obviously going for a 2-base timing.
Yes.
At least, well, maybe it's not obvious. It seems that way to me because he never took a 3rd yet. And just as I said, he's building Nexus, so what do I know about this game? But he's going out for pressure as well. He's going to have 2 Colossi with range. She's definitely have to give up that base. There's no way she can engage
I think she's okay with giving up that base.
I feel the Queens are actually doing pretty well against the Colossi with 7 range. The 1 Roach Harass on the Protoss 3rd. It's gonna.
Well, does she have any Queens injecting back home? Looks like she does.
You know who needs injects when you have like a billion hatcheries?
That's true.
Yeah.
You already have plenty of lava.
So this Roach counter is going to force Capoch back, and actually, if she can kill the Nexus and force him back, that's going to give her time to build Corruptors, which is exactly what she needs. Normally, Corruptors aren't the most efficient against Colossi, but when you're low-tech, high-econ, they're the answer you want.
Oh, the Phoenix is picking up every single Roach. Tilea desperately trying to delay this 3rd base, but at the very least pulling her opponent back. However, she lost a lot of Roaches there for free, and she doesn't have a ridiculous amount of resources right now. No,
she doesn't. In fact, and she got one of the proxy pawns, but she missed the one on the middle left. She's got to kill that to delay this push even more. Of course, the Warpins are so important for Protoss pushes.
Lots of transfuses available, but still needs those Corruptors out on the field. A lot of Protoss coming across the map here. Plenty of Stalkers, Zealots, Sentries, Phoenixes, and Colossi.
The drones evacuate. She's like, you know what? I don't need this space either. Whatever. Take it. Take it. It's all yours. If she can get up enough Corruptors, I think she's going to want like 12 Corruptors because they help against the Phoenixes as well. And just focus down those Colossi really quickly. I think she might be, well, I don't even know. There's so much Protoss. Like, this army, like, I just realized even if she kills the Corruptors, there's more gateway units than there are Hydralists, so. I actually don't know how she's going to answer this army.
Lots of transfuses, lots of kiting.
And there's no upgrades either is another issue. And the Hydras don't even have Hydra range. It's just she's lost so much. She's had a hard time getting the upgrade she wants to get.
All right, engagement might happen. One Colossus getting caught off guard a little bit. Corruptor's going to target him down. He's going to stay alive for now. Phoenix is saying, come back here, Corruptors. I don't care that you're supposed to counter me. I want to kill you. Drones might start falling here.
Oh, force fields.
Oh, gosh, so much death. So many drones singeing to the ground. But Tilea trying to engage. A bit of a concave here in favor of Capoch. Tilea backing away, not wanting to engage just yet. But I think at this point, she's not willing to give up any more bases. It's now starting to get very, very dangerous for her. Corruptors trying to find a good way to engage. But she just keeps, parts of her army just keep getting picked off.
I mean, the Protoss army looks bigger than the Zerg army.
It does. I think it does.
And I mean, it is. It's 60 feet ahead. So
okay, good. My sight is not tricky.
The only way you can be behind by 60 feet is Zerg is if you're on a Greedlord Corruptor or something versus basic Protoss units. And even then, it's going to be tough. So, yeah.
GG. Well, that was a very intriguing game. Was that a little bit crazier than that Vibe versus Sage game?
I would say so. Okay. I would say so. You know what was interesting there? I actually think Tilea would have been in an amazing position if she just remembered that when her first Zerglings pushed that Protoss force back early on,
right?
The probe, it actually just walked. Oh. And she saw it walking to the left side. If she just sent the Zerglings after it, denied that pylon on the top left, and if that push was delayed by another minute, the early gateway pressure, it would have been a ridiculously different game.
Well, Capoch taking the victory in this best of 3, 2-1 over Tilea. He's going to be advancing to the next round of the Challenger League bracket stage. Tilea going to be dropping down to the group stage of the Challenger League. Tilea, interestingly enough, both times she played Zerg, she lost. The one time she played Terran, she won. So, very interesting, very dynamic series there. Coming up next, guys, it's going to be Hello Kitty versus XY. We're going to talk all about it after we come back from a break. You're watching WCS America, the Challenger League. Axeltoss and axslav here, and we'll be back with XY versus Hello Kitty after a quick break.